said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. He'll bring it out. It's Lincoln. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 20. Past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Tigers.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Finds his man. It's Little. Turning it on. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires left. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Rush is on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back's looking for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's done. Unloads it left. Right on the money. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
414 satellite. 414 satellite. Ready. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, ready. Ready, set.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
So here comes the Michigan offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball.
Breaks into the open. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Finds a tight end. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Scrambling away. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Finds his man in the middle. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
That getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throwing right. The short hands. It's Little. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Lincoln. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Runs through a tackle. Gets it past the marker. He's loose down the middle. The 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tiger. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. He can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Give to the single back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Quarterback moving. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
And the Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. His way all the way down down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lincoln. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Out across the 30 and out of bounds and the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a crease, it's Callow. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's done. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Little. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got his man downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Defense showing blitz here. Just keeps slinging it. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Grabbed behind the line. It's Little. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Wolverines! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's done. A little release to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. He unleashes a long one. He's got it along the sideline. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
Football to the line. To the line. Tanner.
Wants to throw on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
On set. Got it? Okay, great. Okay, ready? Ready. Ready, go.
Gonna swing it on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's caught inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to pass. It's done. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it go. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the 2nd half. Right away, you throw an interception to the defense.
Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll try the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He might want another play. To the air. It's done. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. 2nd play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the 3rd play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On the ready. Trail. Correction. Okay, break. Ready. Okay, ready. Ready, step. Ready. Hey, camper. Stand.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man on the left. Gets away from one, finds room. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The 50. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get, at minimum, tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Lincoln. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's York. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
There he goes. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's done. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Using his feet to buy time. Had to get rid of it quickly. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They're up by 32 over Syracuse. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Got enough for the first. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Direct snap. Creates a little room. All kinds of room to the right.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Lincoln. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's done. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Caught close to the marker. It's Burgess. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Pressure coming. He'll get rid of it. Got his man to the left. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive, but hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running with the fullback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it. Oh, he's got some. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lincoln. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's done. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Going to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Dropping back, it's done. Makes the grab on the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
On the play. Brings up second.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Buys a little extra time. Looking for the score. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking